to our show, Business News Today. So, Richard, tell me, who do you talk to the most about disability insurance?
The majority of people we work with are physicians, dentists, and IT professionals.
Why do you think this is?
Well, the professional is unique in that he or she depends on their knowledge and skill for their livelihood. If they can't perform those skills because of illness or accident, income stops. This is different than an executive who can be disabled, yet the business keeps going.
Which profession is most interested in disability insurance?
By far, it's physicians. Not only are physicians dependent on their skills and personal knowledge, but they also have a personal reality of disability from their day-to-day exposure of the frailty of the human body. Most physicians obtain or start looking at disability insurance during their residencies.
What should a physician or a dentist or actually anyone in any profession look for in a disability insurance policy?
As with any insurance, you start with the financial strength and reputability of the insurance company. That's where you're banking your future income, so it should be the strongest company one can find. Then you look at the quality of the wording of the contract, the policy itself.
What do you mean by quality of wording?
As an example, there are really two different definitions of what disability is. One is the inability to perform the duties of one's own occupation, and the other is the inability to perform the duties of any occupation. Obviously, for a physician or dentist, we'd recommend a disability policy with the own occupation definition.
Why doesn't everyone who gets disability insurance get this own occupation kind of policy?
Well, first of all, it's not available to every occupation, and it's only offered by a few insurance companies. One might have an agent who doesn't represent these companies, or maybe just doesn't specialize in disability insurance and doesn't understand all of the aspects involved.
What else should a professional look for in a disability policy?
Oh, by the way, for physicians and dentists, you can further refine the own occupation definition. What I mean is that with the right company, one's occupation can be defined as one's specialty.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, if a physician has specialized in orthopedic surgery and is unable to perform the major duties of an orthopedic surgeon, then he would be considered disabled and receive benefits even if he could perform the duties of another medical specialty.
And what is that called?
It's defining one's occupation to a specialty or specialty coverage. As an aside, it's interesting that some agents who know a little bit about the subject focus only on the occupation definition. There's a lot more to it.
What else?
One key area is recovery benefits. What happens when a physician recovers from disability and goes back to work and restarts the practice? Does the income start at 100% immediately? If you're in private practice, maybe not. There are two scenarios here. The physician is partially recovered and returns to work on a limited basis and earns less money. This is called a residual disability, and if your policy has this benefit, you will receive a pro rata amount of the benefit based on income received. You follow?
Yes, I see that.
But here's another scenario where some disability policies are deficient. It's called a recovery benefit. Let's say the same physician has returned to work and is fully recovered, but income has not recovered. Patients may have left, and even with patients, there are still accounts receivable. A proper recovery benefit in a policy will pay the pro rata amount of the income loss, even if the doctor is fully recovered.
Not all disability policies have this?
No. One of our favorite programs at ProtectYourIncome.com has specialty own occupation wording and both residual and recovery benefits that I just described, and is a top-rated company.
We're out of time, but thank you very much for this comprehensive overview.